Ideas Matter 7707. Hi, Houston. How can a broker decide to continue to trade MMTLP when Finra has halted it? Can you explain what a gray exchange is and how brokers can use it to trade? Will the halt hold? Okay. I don't think the broker can continue to trade unless it's through one of the gray markets. And the gray market kind of works. I mean, the best analogy would be like futures. So let's say you put asks up there, right? In your limit orders, and then someone agrees to that ask while it's in halt trading. It sort of sits there like a futures contract, except the buyer can back out. So and it would sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there until trading began, and then bronk it to execute, unless they backed out before then. And so that's kind of how it works. And yeah, that's I don't know if we as retail investors have the ability to participate in a gray exchange like the gray market like that. It might be something like the expert market people do, but this is a really weird situation. And will the halt hold? I mean, we might get into a it's too late to find out situation if we get to Monday at 4 and there's been trading been done. There's been no legal moves from the parent company. They've not announced if they're going to delay the privatization or not. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens tomorrow. I mean, I'm setting my alarm clock early, and I'm gonna be staring at the screen in the morning just to see what news comes out. When they released the halt order, the U3, it was at 1:36 a.m. Eastern time. So that would be equivalent. Let's see what happens in like an hour and a half if they're gonna launch any weird dictates. But I'm all for getting an emergency injunction done in federal court, and then suing that they've got to reopen trading for 2 days. Got to reopen trading for 2 days, and they have to close out those shares. Anyone who's short has to close, and those should be the rules. They shorted, knowing that short selling brings with it the theoretical infinite risk situation. And here we are, where they should be infinite risked out of existence. This is their fault, not ours. We didn't make the bad bet. They did. Why are they getting rewarded for it? So, infinite risk, man. Infinite freaking risk. Just in my head. If short positions are private, how do we 100% know how short MMTLP is? And also, Dave Lauer says MMTLP oil fields are worthless. How do we know its value? Dave's wrong. Dave's been wrong about... Everyone's asking Dave about this the past couple of days. He's been wrong about everything. How is 3 to 5 billion barrels of oil and 6 trillion cubic feet of natural gas worthless? Right? I mean, if the oil costs you $50 a barrel to pump out, and oil's trading for $100 a barrel, that's profit. That's 100% profit on every barrel of oil you suck out of the ground. So that seems to me like something that's worth a lot of money. So if you get 5 billion barrels at $100 a barrel, that's $500 billion, which includes $250 billion in profit. Not to mention the 13 to 20 billion dollars in natural gas. So yeah, the oil fields are worth a boatload right now. So he's wrong about that. How do we know 100% know MMTLP is short? Oh, sorry, Acme is short. Because they shut off trading. They told us, due to an extraordinary event, we're halting trading. Well, what is the extraordinary event? You in court could get the Finra lawyers to have to define what an extraordinary event means. And they could say, and they'll probably say, we were facing a liquidity crisis that would bring down so many hedge funds at once that it would begin to bankrupt the prime brokers and bring the banks down because it owe us so much money. That would be the extraordinary event. To which a lawyer representing our side could say, so fucking what? You guys agreed to the infinite risk situation. Congratulations. You made it. Good job. This is the consequences of your actions. Your wealth is now their wealth. And your banks can blink out of existence, and now they can afford to start banks. That is what you brought upon yourself, man. Like, you did it to yourself. Congratulations, you just played yourself. Yeah. Okay. Judge Mendes, hi Houston. For Acme, will brokers cover the shares here that they owe everyone? I can only imagine the backroom meetings going on now. I think a lot of the backroom meetings were, did you even realize this was going on? Because computers do so much of the work, they'll just naturally short. These market makers have computer systems that just short the shares. Oh, some buy orders coming in? We'll just generate some. Send them out. There's no human being hitting a button, signing a check or whatever. There's literally just the computers decide like, oh, I guess we got to issue some shares now. And because of Reg Show, they don't actually have to like do anything about it until the shit hits the fan. And when the shit finally hits the fan, they go, oh crap, well, let's get Ari Rubenstein in there and make sure that he shuts everything down so that we don't actually have to face liabilities for the first time in our entire lives. That is what they did. Like Finra, I don't think he had any idea what was going on until Metamaterials wrote them letters like, dude, we need a corporate action. Some lowly person like, yeah, make a corporate action. He's like, tip tap, tippity tap tap, corporate action, plunk. There's our little filing. Shorts must close by Monday. And then somebody rang, probably Rubenstein, and was like, hey man, we're gonna owe like $2 trillion, so can you make sure we don't? And Rubenstein opened up the book and went, oh my god, you three. And that's what they did. Seems like a pretty simple story to me. So those meetings are probably pulling hair out, trying to figure out, if they're gonna have a legal foundation whatsoever. They might have expensive lawyers, but if you got the truth and the law on your side, and you don't have a Trump judge, you can probably argue your way to them being forced to reopen trading. They took on the liability, man. Infinite risk. And now they're facing it. Tough shit. You don't like it, don't do it. If you can't take the risk of what comes with short selling, don't do the short selling. Just don't. Abror. Oh man, some of you guys some hard to pronounce names tonight. Abror Ergashev. I hope I said that right. Just called Schwab. An agent said we can sell but not buy, and shorts can buy if Finra lifts halt. Really? So Schwab is going to allow people to close only, right? And then the shorts can close those positions. Shorts will be allowed to buy. So basically, we can put in limit orders, and then there's no one to buy them unless Finra lifts the halt. That'll be interesting. Yeah. Thomas Samoa, this could be the dip we've been waiting for to cause a chain reaction because the deadline shorts had to cover before spin-off a private company. OG Torch. OG AMC, OG GME. Yeah, man. Exactly. I think this is an unexpected catalyst. If they hadn't done the U3 on Friday, we would be in full-blown MOAS across the entire board. Every single solitary shorted stock would be exploding right now. That U3 was a complete emergency dick move to save these short hedge funds from blowing up everything. And if your solution is, oh, we gotta just stop trading of these stocks, and let's not let them naked short sell like crazy, then you're doing it wrong. You gotta do both. If you're going to keep people from participating in the market, You gotta stop the naked short selling. You gotta make the FTDs punishable. You have to make it so painful to sell stock you don't own, to sell these counterfeit stocks that, you'll wish you had done otherwise. Make sure they take your house and your car and your wife and everything else. It's just, it's crime, and man, I'm not allowed to go print a bunch of US dollars and pretend I'm rich. I'll go to jail. Why can they print shares that don't exist and then be rich? They're not going to jail. This is bullshit. And everyone knows it. The people in Congress know it. All I have to do is pass a law that says no more selling shares you don't have. Done. Punishable by death. Works for me. First douche bro to sell share in FTDs, and it goes to like 35 days, and they just like put them in stockades, and everyone's like pelting them with, tomatoes and shit out there in Walmart, Wall Street, and then guillotine the fucker. I'm okay with that. The next guy might go, maybe I should wait to actually borrow shares to short if I believe this company is going down. Because if I sell shares I don't have, that's quite the punishment to face for defrauding the average retail investor. Yeah. Oh. Meow. I think if MMTLP, sorry, Acme, goes to 50, the whole market melts. If it was a normal squeeze where they profit up and down, it would have happened. Yep, because there's no options, right? Though there's few little Acme 1 options out there, left over from leaps that were started 2 years ago. But as for the most part, there's no options. They can't play the options chain. When it's closed position only, they can no longer short, right? Because there's no retail to buy those synthetics from them, and they can't borrow to sell more. So the only thing that can happen is they gotta jack the price to entice us to sell. And now that we know, they showed their hand. So if they are forced to reopen, oh my God, are they going to pay? Whatever price you were willing to get on Friday, 10 exit, 100 exit, 1,000 exit, just think about how much it would cost you to like buy your own space company. That's probably a good price. So, think about that, right? We want the type of money that makes 60 Minutes go, what just happened? I'm Scott Pelley. This is 60 Minutes. And they're going to be talking about whatever weird shit just happened over the past week, interviewing a bunch of weird yokels that were involved in this thing. And from our mansions, we're going to be like riding a dolphin statue that's spitting out of its blowhole or something while they're interviewing us. It'll be fine. Guitar stuff. Why are people asking Dave Lauer about oil, not his expertise? Yeah, there you go.